Hi, my name is Sonia Pena, and this is the introductory video to EDL 854 Building Finance. I first want to start off sharing a little personal information about myself with you. This picture right here is a picture of my family. My daughter is 29 years old and lives in Kansas City. She works for Russell Stover in their corporate offices and has done that since she graduated from Kansas State University. She does their marketing. Her fiance is in the background. He has the beard. They are getting ready to get married this year, so we're in the process of planning a wedding. My son is also up in the front. His name is Christian, and he's 15 and has started driving to school this year, which he dearly loves. And then my husband is in the background a little bit. My husband is a former high school principal, and we now own our own business called S&S Rock Crushing, which does asphalt and cement recycling, which has been a big change, but he really enjoys it. Um, as for myself, I have been in education for 23 years. I started out teaching in Garden City, and then we moved to Newton, and I taught there. And then when we came to Cibolette, I became a consultant for Southwest Plains Regional Service Center and did that for 10 years. And now I'm the curriculum coordinator here in Cibolette. I like doing puzzles in my free time and I love to read, and I'm a big crafter. As far as my job goes, I have been the curriculum coordinator here for 2 years now. My job services both buildings. I am also in charge of doing our KISA plan and mentoring our new teachers, and I do a little bit of instructional coaching. I also have what we call district SAC meetings, which are content level meetings after school monthly, and so I'm busy after school as well. As far as what I got out of the articles that were sent, I just kind of put 10 highlights in here. Number one being school principals are generally treated like the middle manager, which I think is absolutely true. They hear what the teachers need and then they pretty much have to go get permission from district office to get those things. I do think that makes their job a little bit tough sometimes. Their jobs have changed with technology and they have a ton of responsibilities. I see that even more so in the secondary classrooms with the amount of social media that the kids are on and constantly getting into. But I also see it in the elementary school when the principal, if they want to be involved in curriculum, needs to learn how to use the technology that the kids are using and the programs that the kids are on and monitor those as well. And so adding finance to their job, I think, would be a lot. Site managed funds allow for needs of each school to be considered, and the building principals know where their greatest needs are. I agree with both of these statements. I think that if the principals had money that they could make decisions for their building, that it would be very effective. And I think that they would feel good about the fact that they have some say-so in actually running their building and providing for what their building needs. Um, I think it would be awesome if they had the control to be able to say, we don't need another para, we need a new textbook, or we don't need textbooks because our teachers can find what they need online, but I need an assistant principal. I think them being able to do that would be a great incentive for their jobs. One of the things that was brought forward in one of the articles was called the Principal Empowerment Account. And I really thought that was a good idea, that maybe school funds be tied to a portion of what the principals get when kids enroll. That way they constantly know that there's going to be some money there, but they also have the incentive to keep their enrollment up, keep their teachers happy, and have a successful school. Early research in the realm of flexible spending accounts for principals so far has been positive. And yes, it's early and this is just something they're starting to do, but principals like having say-so in what goes on in their school. And I also think that district level administrators have enjoyed a little bit of that freedom as well. Some of the issues that come with having site managed funds include the fact that sometimes principals are left in charge of things that they don't know anything about. One of the examples in the article by Kotaska said that we're asking principals to make arrangements for lawn care or custodial services or technology, things that aren't in their specialty realm, and that might not be effective for those funds. When the district has control over that money, they've had a process in place. They have several people that are overlooking those accounts, and so it becomes a very consistent, cost-effective, and efficient process. I also really like the analogy of budgeting is like remodeling a home. I think that we really do want to be able to get the most bang for our buck, and it isn't about putting makeup on a pig. It is about the foundation of what we're doing at school being the best that it can be, not that it necessarily looks pretty. And the last thing in that Shakrina article said mistakes in budget and spending process can be detrimental. That is exactly right, and I do not think that principals took the position of being a principal because they thought they were going to be financial managers for a school district. It's a lot of responsibility, and the person leading the district with the supports that they have should probably be the people in charge of doing that. My last slide here is just the reflection questions. What have I seen my principal do? I don't really see my principal having any financial responsibilities at our school. As the curriculum coordinator, I'm in charge of finding new textbooks, presenting that to the teachers, and presenting that to our school superintendent. The most that I see them having control over with funds is any grants that they choose to write. What concerns do I have as a future school administrator? As far as finance goes, that really isn't something that I want to be in charge of. I don't like dealing with it in our business. I don't like dealing with it in my personal life, and I wouldn't look forward to dealing with it as an administrator.